Welcome back, Bracketology experts. Justin, Bridgewater's Finest on YouTube, Blockbuster_Guy on Twitter. Let's talk about the Final Four and the National Championship game. If you've watched my previous videos, you know who I think is going to be in, but I'll give you a bit of a rundown here again. Out of the South Division, I expect the last two teams in the South Division, these would be the Elite Eight games, to be Kentucky versus UNLV, in which I believe Kentucky will beat UNLV to make it into the Final Four. In the West bracket, I expect the last two teams to be Michigan State #1 and Missouri #2, and I expect Missouri #2 to beat Michigan State in the Elite Eight to make it into the Final Four out of the West bracket. Go to the East bracket. The final two teams in the East bracket I expect to be #1 Syracuse and #2 Ohio State, in which case I expect Ohio State to pull off the upset of Syracuse to make it into the Final Four out of the East. And in the Midwest, I have #1 North Carolina and #2 Kansas, in which case I expect North Carolina, the Tar Heels, #1 seed, to defeat Kansas to make it into the Final Four out of the Midwest. So again, here's my Final Four. From the South, Kentucky, #1. From the West, Missouri, #2. From the East, Ohio State, #2. And from the Midwest, North Carolina, #1. So in the Final Four, that would set up, sorry about the movement, that will set up the following two matchups. On the left side of your bracket, we would have South #1 Kentucky versus West #2 Missouri. And on the right side of your bracket, we would have East #2 Ohio State versus Midwest #1 North Carolina. And in these two games, how do I expect them to go? On the left-hand side, I've got Kentucky, #1 in the South, defeating the West #2's Missouri to make it to the national championship game. And who are they going to face? They are going to face Ohio State. Ohio State #2 in the East. I expect them to topple Midwest #1 North Carolina to make it to the national championship game. So we have, in our national championship game, South bracket #1 Kentucky versus East bracket #2 Ohio State, which would make for a phenomenal championship game in which I believe that a last few second shot by Kentucky will win them the national championship. 68-66, that's the score that I am predicting, and Kentucky will be your 2012 NCAA Men's Basketball National Championships winner. I was gonna say national champion, but apparently I was too hyped. I got too hyped and I overshot. I expect Kentucky gonna beat Ohio State. Again, call it 68-66. That's how I think my bracket is going to go. My major bracket buster, I guess, again, in the Midwest was #14 Belmont. I have them making it into the Sweet 16. But I think you can ride your top seeds, your #1s and your #2s, into the Elite Eight in most every, actually in every bracket except the South. I really think UNLV is going to make some noise in the South. They've got the path to do it and they've got the team to do it. Yeah, that's how I think it's going to go. I got Kentucky winning the national championship. If you agree, disagree, awesome, comment, like the video. Subscribe to my page, of course, Bridgewater's Finest on YouTube. That would be me, Justin. And follow me on Twitter. My Twitter is Blockbuster_Guy. It's in the description of all of my videos. That's how I think the NCAA tournament is going to go. Thank you very much for watching the videos. Adios, and happy bracketing.